Good morning, everybody. I am your counselor, Jessica Rodriguez, and I'm here along with my other co-counselors, Kimberlyn Garcia and Marisol Loya. We're going to start off our presentation by going over the A3G requirements. Before we go ahead and start that, if you could all scan the QR code on the screen to take a short and quick pre-assessment. And I will give you a minute to go ahead and do that. Okay, we're gonna go right along. So the subject requirements or the A3G requirements are 15 year-long high school courses that you have to complete with a letter grade of C or better. And 11 of these classes need to be completed before your last year of high school. And these subject requirements need to be met in 9th through 12th grade, and there are some exceptions. So math and language are one, language other than English are one of those exceptions, and we'll go into that more in depth when we go through that certain category. And these requirements are used for four-year universities in California that require the completion of these A through G requirements once a student graduates. So the first is history. So you need 2 years of history. 1 year has to be world history, cultures, or historical geography. And then 1 year of US history, or 1/2 year of US history, and 1/2 year of civics or American government. And then B is for English. So you'll need 4 years of college prep English that the class is going to require like frequent writing, brainstorming, having final papers, reading of classic and modern literature. And it's important to note that for English, that only 1 year of ESL type courses can be used to meet this requirement. So if you are in a second year of ESL, that will not count. C is for math, so you'll need 3 years of math, 1 year of Algebra 1 or equivalent to Algebra 1, 1 year of geometry or equivalent, 1 year of Algebra 2 or equivalent. And for this section, math courses that were taken in 7th and 8th grade can go towards their A through G requirement in high school if those classes were offered in their middle school. So say somebody took Algebra 1 in 8th grade, that will suffice for the math category. And for science, you'll need 2 years of science. 1 year is in approved interdisciplinary of earth and space science coursework. And in addition to that, one lab science, including biology, chemistry, or physics. And a third year is recommended. So anything like computer science, engineered, applied sciences can be used as an additional science.
Thank you, Jessica. So now I'm going to take over and finish off the A through G requirement. So next we have the E category, and that is for language other than English. So students are to take 2 years of the same language that is offered at their school. So it can be anywhere from American Sign Language, classic languages, Latin, Greek, and to name a few. These courses can be taken in 7th and 8th grade, and they can be used to fulfill this part of the requirement if the high school that they're going to accepts them as equivalent to courses that they have at their school. This section or category could also be completed by successfully passing the World Language Advancement Placement Test with a score of 3 or higher. Next, we have the F category, which stands for the Visual and Performing Arts. For this category, students are to complete 1 year of a visual and or performing art. So like 1 year of any coursework in the following disciplines: dance, music, theater, visual arts, or interdisciplinary arts, with 2 1 semester courses of the same class. Lastly, we have the G category, and the G is for any college prep courses that students take. So 1 year of a college prep category can include 2 semesters of any specific subject area courses beyond those used to satisfy the A through G requirements. And so that can be like government, econ, avid, to name a few. So now that we went over the A through G requirements, just a brief overview. The A through G requirements are a sequence of high school courses that students must complete with the grade of C or better to be minimally eligible for admissions at any UCs or Cal States in California. As Jessica had mentioned earlier, there are some loop ways or different ways of meeting these requirements for the A through G requirements. So I will briefly go over some of the ways that students can still satisfy the A through G requirements. So students may also meet A through G requirements by completing courses through the dual enrollment programs at their school. Dual enrollment programs are like CCAP, which stands for College and Career Access Pathways. And this program usually allows students to take college courses while being enrolled in high school, and then being enrolled at the community college that's local to their high school. The next one is AP courses, so advanced placement courses. These are usually offered through the high school. International baccalaureate courses or exams. Again, these are usually offered through the high school SAT placement exam. And this one, students can enroll into an SAT placement exam. And the school will offer the information for students to sign up if that's what they're looking to do. Students who earned a letter. So this is a unique way also to fulfill a foreign language course. So students who earned a letter grade of less than a C in a foreign language or a math class can still be A through G eligible if they complete the second semester of the following course with a C or higher. In doing so, it would validate the D or F from the previous semester. So for instance, if a student were to take like Math 3, and they were to get a D semester 1, but then they received a C semester 2 of that Math 3, that D from the first semester would be validated with the C. And the student wouldn't be required to retake the Math 3 semester 1 to fulfill the A through G requirements. That's not to say that it's encouraged that that's not to say that we don't encourage the students to not retake the courses, but as far as A through G requirements go, they still complete the A through G. And this only applies to foreign language and math. So the same thing could happen with a foreign language course. So if a student was taking like Spanish 2 semester 1, they received an F, but then Spanish 2 semester 2, they received an A, then that F would still be validated with the A that they received second semester. And then all this needs to be completed by December of their senior year or in progress. So again, the A through G requirements are the minimum of what students need to complete. The A through G requirements also have a section in each. They also have like each section has a recommended amount of years. So we have what's the minimum and then the recommended amount of years that they take in that category. So it's important to keep in mind that these are the minimum standards to get into a competitive school, and students are encouraged to go beyond what is required. So research college you are interested in to determine what classes are recommended by specific colleges or universities, and meet up with your counselor every year to develop a 4 4 to 5 year plan ensuring you are on the track to meet graduation goals and requirements. So now we're going to move on to our 4 year universities, and I will let Kimberlyn present this.
Thank you, Marisol, for starting us off. So just a quick overview of the quick facts between CSU or Cal State University versus a UC or University of California. I'll start off by kind of sharing the similarities between both institutions. So to start off, they're both public. They are not private or privately owned. And the A through G rigorous curriculum with a C or better is still required in order to be eligible to apply for either CSU or UC. And they both offer undergraduate and graduate programs. Depending on the specific program that you're looking into, it's important to research if whether the CSU or UC has a better program pathway that fits your needs more than another, but they both do offer it. And there are both requiring application fees in order to apply. There are some waivers that you may be eligible for once you apply for financial aid. And then the SAT and the ACT tests are no longer required. You're still welcomed to take the SAT and ACT, but they are not required by any means. And in order to be eligible to receive federal and government assistance, such as FAFSA and CATA, they're both accepted at either institution, and you can apply your financial aid award for and towards your tuition. Going over the differences is that the application process is different. The UCs require personal insight questions, or what we call PICs. The CSU system does not currently offer an option for you to kind of talk a little bit more about yourself beyond your grades. And so with the UC, you can really kind of explain your academic journey and answer some of those personal insight questions that sometimes allow you to elaborate a little bit more about the reasons behind your grades. And secondly, we have the cost of attendance. UCs tend to be more expensive than CSUs. CSUs is more of a best value economic institution that you can attend. And the reason why UCs are considered more expensive depending on the school you apply is because they're research based. And so there's a lot of labs and studies that you can be a part of and participate during your time at a UC. And CSUs are meant to be like hands-on learning schools as well. And so that's a major distinction. It's important to know what your learning style is to ensure that you're applying for the right college. Next is campus size and student enrollment. That can vary between both types of institutions depending on the location of them. And lastly, we have the acceptance rate. Cal State universities boast themselves of having a higher acceptance rate than UC. They have a lower acceptance rate. Perfect. So going over the Cal State University first, there are 23 campuses ranging from Northern California, Central, and Southern California. Again, the minimum eligibility requirement is being A through G ready, but also having a grade point average of a 2.5 or above. And it does, again, provide the most affordable higher education in the nation currently. And an interesting fact about the CSU system is that 94% of all enrolled students are from California, and 1/3 of the undergrads are the first in their families to attend college. So it's a very diverse institution and really has kind of ensured that they prioritize also Californian students, giving them an access and pathway to their college and their programs. Great, so now we're going to do an overview of the UC Universities of California. And just some quick facts that'll kind of help you determine whether a UC system will be the best fit is that there are 10 campuses ranging from Northern and Southern California. For to be minimally eligible to apply to a UC, you must have a grade point average of a 3.0 or above. And the main distinction between a UC school versus a Cal State school, again, is highlighting the fact that they have a strong research-based program, determining the kind of department that you will be specifically wanting to receive your bachelor's from. They have their own kind of research programs that you can, again, be a part of. And most importantly, a lot of the faculty are Nobel Prize winning. And so they really ensure that they provide a high quality education to students where you get the most for, the tuition that you're paying, but also you're getting a great education that'll help set you up for your careers. And currently there's more than 225,000 undergraduates that enrolled at a UC campus. And that's normally just for one. So they receive a lot of applicants, and it's important to consider if, you like a small campus versus a larger campus. Perfect. So Cal State versus UC, which school is right for you? After going through kind of the overview and quick facts of each institution, it's important that when deciding on a school, you really consider your needs and circumstances. If you can afford to live out in a different city, if you have a means of transportation, those will all play a role along with the cost of tuition, how competitive your application is, again, whether you want to be on campus or off campus housing, and then most importantly, the major and athletic programs that each school offers will kind of help narrow down your search. And then also considering the tuition and how much of financial aid you will be receiving and how much out of pocket you would have to pay, or your family would have to pay to ensure your stay at the university. So after this presentation, if you have any questions or want further information regarding your college application, your resume, or just need some guidance in kind of helping you narrow down whether you want to apply to UC schools or Cal State schools or a combination of both, come see us. We also have this slide that you can access with certain links that'll help you kind of narrow down your search. And so if you have questions on the SAT, there's a link there. We also have a brag sheet, that really helps us create your letter of recommendations. You just fill it out and it'll automatically, we will receive it. And again, you can see that quick overview of the A through G requirements. So this is a one-stop shop for you guys. But again, if you need further assistance, come see us. We're more than happy to help you. Perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and take our post assessment. If you can just please scan the QR code. Again, there's no right or wrong answers, but just we'll give you a minute for that. Perfect. Thank you everyone for being part of our presentation. The emails below is the best way to contact us for any questions or concerns. Thank you.